All right, let's see if we can get something going. Let's see. Let's see. And like I said, this is where, and what's crazy? I said this in the last live. I would be playing music, but Instagram wanted to cut off my live because I was playing music I did not own. I didn't know that that's what you had to do. They're on to me. This is episode 14. And I'm over here highlighting the best of the best. Instagram is not going to be great. All right, we're going to wave, all right? Go do the right thing, okay? Let's see if we can get her in here.
So I'm gonna just.
Hey,
Hey,
let's go.
I'm so sorry for all the for the delay. So
No, I
apparently,
think it's Instagram.
time. Well, I'm actually on my phone right now. I did not want to be on my phone. I wanted to.
Got you.
Can you hear me correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to be on my laptop, and it was my first time, joining Instagram.
Hold on, your audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This
this is my first time joining. Mhm. Okay. So we good now?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Okay. Got it. See, my phone doesn't get my angles correctly. I wanted to.
Nah, you look good. I feel like it's Instagram. Instagram has been playing with us today.
I know. I had a whole little setup going on. I was so ready, but it's okay.
I was having music on, right? Because I wanted to be like real festive with the women's only. So I had a women's only playlist.
Oh.
And like Instagram wants to cut my live because I'm not playing music that I own, right? Like that's crazy.
You have to put a disclaimer. So like you gotta like write as soon as possible to like.
Why I gotta disclaim about fire music? Why I gotta do that?
So I'm gonna try my best not to curse. I was about to say the S word, and I was like, you know what? Let me just say stuff instead. But yeah,
we're all adults. We're all adults.
Right. Good. Thank you.
But yes, hello to everybody coming in and everyone that's going to be watching this live later. Thank you guys for coming into another episode of Kicking It with Kachi, powered by the DC Voice, where every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, we highlight an entrepreneur of color. And for this very, very special Women's History Month, we've decided to highlight very, very special women that are really taking their specific industries by storm. And today, to kick it off, this wonderful Women's History Month, the 2022, we're going to say Women's Future Month. Let's say that, Women's Future Month of 2022. We have Tabby Turnier of Turnier Events.
I'm excited.
Get the bombs.
It's the effects for me. I know we were supposed to do this, so I just want to say I'm so sorry for the delay. But, everything happens when it's supposed to. I'm a firm believer. So, yeah.
I call that ancestral timing.
Yeah, right. That's the right word. Right there.
How's your Sunday been going?
Today was pretty relaxing. I had, in the morning, I had a little bit of work stuff to take care of, and then I was chilling until now. So, yeah, it was pretty relaxing. I wouldn't say it's a typical Sunday for me, so I'm very grateful. But yeah.
Now we're definitely gonna get into your busy work schedule in a minute. But for everyone coming in who obviously may know Tabby and may not know, she is a premier event designer, creative director that does everything: birthdays, prom, weddings, every single event you've probably been to with 3 or more people, she can do, right? So what's your background? Like, how did you get into making vibes, essentially, like creating vibes for people?
Every time I'm asked a question, it's not that it's I could ramble. Honestly, I could ramble on and on for days. But to make it short and sweet and straight to the point, I've always been like a very artsy child, I could say. So anything having to do with being creative, planning things, putting stuff together, I've always been that outlet, especially for my friends and family. So just me getting older and finding my niche within whatever it is I wanted to do, it was like a no-brainer for me. It was, hey, this is what I'm passionate about it, and I could make some money.
Yeah.
I I have a degree in marketing and fashion.
Okay.
I marketing and fashion. So I would say that's where it sparked a lot of my interest on in terms of like the whole planning and coordinating side of stuff. The creativity part, that was natural.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of meshed the two, with all my experiences I've had, and that's what kind of pretty much led me to start my own business and like do my own thing now. So I'm very grateful for everything that went right, everything that went wrong, because it led me to where I am now. So yeah.
And with the idea of like, getting into event coordination, right? How do you essentially make a career out of connecting caterers and florists and, location people and stuff like that? Like, how do you essentially say, hey, I can make money from this? How did you go about legitimizing your business?
I feel like you just have to know what it is you're doing, and people have to trust you. I feel like
Yeah,
that's for one, because nobody's gonna say, "Hey, stranger, here's a couple $1,000s." I'm gonna trust you to make the biggest night of my life, probably.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So people have to trust you, and by that means you have to build rapport and relationships with people, not just your customers, but also your vendors. People that you work with within your network. They have to be able to vouch for you when it comes to certain things. And I'm I'm 28, but I really feel like I'm 45. Oh, that whole guerrilla marketing thing is it for me. Although granted, social media and new age things have
Hmm.
led me to a lot of great opportunities. But I like the fact when people come up to me or they book me or, inquire about whatever event or thing that they may need from me. And they'll say like, oh, my aunt told me or my friend told me.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah.
so good. Like, you have no idea. I mean, granted, when they see stuff on the internet and, they follow my Instagram
Yeah,
page,
exactly.
that's cool too. I absolutely appreciate everything.
But
But
it's the on the ground, like, yeah.
nothing warms my heart more than like I was at an event that you did and I loved it and it was my friends and she just raved about you and I absolutely had to have you, and so I love that. That means the most to me more than anything, because somebody talked about it. Like, that's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
leave on a client, or what, even if it's a service or a product, whatever it is, it's like I want you to be able to say, when you reflect back on everything, you're like, what, she did her thing and I was so satisfied.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good service. It was like a great memory that you
That,
created.
like, creating,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, that means a lot to me.
And honestly, like on the other end, like that's also a big responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like for a baby shower, for even a wedding reception or whatever sort of event, like that's a really big responsibility. So how do you go about creating an idea that your client will love? You know what I'm saying? While also having that touch of Tabby, everywhere else in the.
I think getting to know my clients, and that's why I'm so big on booking in advance.
Yeah.
That also gives me the time for us to communicate, build a rapport. You express what you like to me, what you don't like. I could run ideas,
Hmm.
between the time you book until your event day. And, we just kind of have that relationship that's building. So I know and what to what you'll know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what I'm like. All right, so she told me she didn't really like this, so I'm not going to do that. Here's an alternative. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really big on building relationships with my clients, not only because they always come back,
Exactly.
but because it makes me feel better, and I feel more confident in what I'm providing for you. You know,
Mhm.
day of, like, I know what you'll absolutely love it. Like, I just know. I
Hey,
mean,
so like she said, if you try to book her in advance,
like,
you.
stuff like that matters. I mean, I get it. There is instances where it's like a last minute thing and you just got to do what you got to do, and you know what it is.
Mhm.
At the same time, it's like there's so much value in planning ahead, and I tell
Exactly.
you all the time, so much value. You really get a lot more, and I will be able to do more. Nevertheless, I always add my little razzle dazzle
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
But there's so much value in planning ahead. So I'm really, really big on that.
So, like in a way, like I said earlier, you're sort of like the nexus between a caterer and a florist and a location. And so, would you essentially say that creating incubation, because we're gonna get into a little bit more of the networking events that you
Uh-huh.
also host yourself as well. So, do you think that turning your events is essentially a incubation of all these other amazing, you know, entrepreneurs and businesses that you interact with, because you can use them multiple times and use them for different events and stuff.
For sure. Like, I love when like I could connect my vendors to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a client just needs something small, and I'll be like, hey, listen, here is such and such. If you just need that, they can definitely help you out. Especially if my hands are full.
Yeah, exactly.
Type of like planner or coordinator to be like, I just need everything and come to me. I am so big on quality over quantity, not only for my peace of mind, but because you want to be able to give everybody your best. And if I'm taking 30 events by myself in 1 month, that's impossible.
Yeah.
And you need a solid network of people to make things work. And I'm really, really big on that as well. So I love the fact that people hit me up like, hey, Tab, you connected me to such and such, and it was a great experience, and we're working together now. And me feel good, because I wanted to just, not only did I want to just provide an experience for my clients and things like that, but I also wanted to create like a network where people can, you know, work with each other and get to know each other. You never know what the next person can help you with. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? So, and I know it was done for me, so it's only right that I, you know, lend a hand helping hand. So
and that's a boss move. I feel like the biggest move for an entrepreneur is to be able to step back and realize I have 2 hands and 2 feet for a reason, you know, but I got 1 mouth to talk to multiple people to also bring their hands and feet to the equation. And one of my favorite events that you put on is the Women's Pop-Up Expo that you put on every year. You know, I looked at your Instagram. I haven't seen the flyer because you probably put it in the archives, but I remember it every year.
No, you know what it is? We do it every month, but right now we're with the place where we used to keep it, because you know, the store is not open anymore. However, you know, that is something I definitely plan to bring back, because the messages I get after the pop-up shops.
Yeah, like how did that formulate? How did you create the pop-up shop?
Okay, so it was originally founded by Muggsy. I'm actually, as you can see, and he, you know, brought the idea to me about it being an all-female, you know, pop-up shop. Super great. So once I took over, I really went as far as like, even I wanted to provide more than just you coming and spending your money. And
exactly.
I wanted it to be a full-on experience, because I'm big on that. So we had like music, we had refreshments, things of that nature. So I even went as far as having like a female DJ, because I just like all women empowered across the board. So that's really, you know, that's really how it started. And it was such a fulfilling experience every single time. I kid you not. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that because I did it, but it really was that type of vibe. And like I said, it wasn't just, oh, people are just coming and buying and leaving with a product. We actually had, you know, gave the vendors an opportunity to introduce themselves, about their business, mingle with each other, network. And, you know, even to this day, I use a lot of the vendors that, you know, was a part of the pop-up shops for things that I may need. So for example, there's a vendor, she makes amazing candles. Amaya Berry collection, if you're watching, yes. I even use her as some of my party favors for events that I may have all the time now.
Yeah.
For that pop-up shop, I would have never been introduced to her or even know that, you know, she makes such great candles. And when I tell you they're amazing, so I did it for that very reason, to be able to empower one another, yes, but also I'm trying to put money in everybody's pockets, because that's what we're here for.
Because honestly, I hate going on trips and nobody got bread. Like, everybody got to have money.
Yeah, so I'm very big on that. Like, you know, just advancing my network and just making sure everybody eats. I love that. So yeah.
So is that sort of how you get into your newest brainchild that is supposed to come spring 2022, the Bossy Brunch?
Let me tell you a little bit about the Bossy Brunch, right?
Tell me a lot of bit about the Bossy Brunch. Like, tell me everything.
It's definitely is coming spring 2022. I'm aiming for May. The date is still, because I'm still in the preliminary stages of planning, but the date is sometime in May for sure, on a Sunday. I hope to drop all the details by the end of this month, if not sooner. Okay. The Bossy Brunch has been in the works since like 2018. It's like my little idea that I had, and just the timeline wasn't working out at the time to kind of put it into, you know.
But now you got the platform.
Exactly. So now, what better time than now? I have all the, I have everything I could possibly need to make it happen. It's just me being a perfectionist that's kind of doing it. But yeah, I'm so excited about that. It is going to be, it's not, let me just put that out there from now. Disclaimer, guys, it is not just for women. However, I do know it will be majority of women in attendance.
Yeah.
I've men in my life that don't play about me, and I know they will be there. So bring your friends, bring your husbands, bring everybody. It's gonna be a great time. I'm gonna have panelists of women in different, you know, areas of expertise that will come and just drop some gems, and you can network with them and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited about that. And let me say one more thing in regards to the Bossy Brunch. You can stop me if I'm rambling, because I could talk.
No, hey, I want it, because I saw the Bossy, but I was looking at it because first I wanted to talk about Turnier events, but now I look at your page, I'm like, hold on. What's this Bossy Brunch NYC on the side here? Like
my second baby that's being born.
So tell me all about it.
So I'm going to have a panel of women in designated fields of real estate and credit repair. We have mental health, because that's a big one.
Yeah.
Fashion, we have beauty, we have hair, clothing, everything you could think of that a woman loves, you know, or that will be interesting to a woman. And I don't want it to be that type of women's empowerment event. People sit there and brag about what they do and how much money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's absolutely not going to be that type of vibe. I want you to come there and feel like you're being hugged the entire time. So I want it to be a safe space. You don't have to have a business. You don't even have to have the urge or the eagerness to even want to be an entrepreneur. You can just come and just be fulfilled within your own right. And just, you know, network and talk to someone, and just, I wanted to get all dressed up. It's gonna be amazing. I'm really so excited about it, and everyone I've talked to personally on my end, they're so excited more than I am. So I just know it's gonna be a wonderful turnout.
Now, I would love to go out there and cover it for the DC War. You said it'll be in May?
Yes, we're gonna have press. We're gonna have all of that.
I'm gonna need to come out there with my little press pass.
Brooklyn. So yeah. Sounds about right. Chuck, I see you on. It's gonna be in Brooklyn, and the venue is beautiful. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm really, really excited.
I mean, that's the reason to come down to New York for. I might see you outside there.
It's more than a reason, okay? It's
I would definitely love to cover that.
Imagine if you're on here, can you add the Bossy Brunch as well as Turnier Events and pin it for me, please? But yes, I love it. I love how everything's just coming together. And even the women that I have on my panel, some of them are like far-fetched. I didn't even know that they were even going to agree to it. They was like, oh my God, yes, this is amazing. Count me in. I don't care what date it is. I'm just like, okay. We're on to something here. So everything's just aligning perfectly, and I couldn't be more happier about it.
Nah, that's beautiful. Honestly, I can't wait to like see it in its fruition. We gonna look back and like we were talking about it, and we're gonna be in the actual event. Like, that's crazy. So, is there anything else that you want us to look out for this year?
Yes, I do have a couple projects between now and the end of the year, some of which I can't talk about. One,
Respectfully,
a little bit, just because he just pinned it. We do have the McFly Fest coming up.
Oh.
And that's this summer for sure, and that's going to be amazing. I really can't get into much detail, but just look out for that for sure.
Yeah, I gotta have multiple trips down to the city.
Friendly event. We're gonna put that out there from now. It's a family-friendly event. It's kind of like, you know, our twist on a carnival.
Yeah.
All I could say. Muggsy, I could say anything else, or that's it? Let me know if I could say anything. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff in the works, and I'm just so excited because it's not just fun. It's also it's rehabilitating at the same time, because we need it.
Yeah.
We really need it. I want young people or people our age to know that you don't really got to drink and smoke all the time to have fun. You know, even though that's lit too. However,
but I feel like like it's the idea of like why not get dressed up and spend a great time with your friends? You know what I'm saying? And it's especially being as like Black people or just people in general during this time is like we need, like you said, events or for us to come together and celebrate something, right? Whether it be a birthday or even just a regular Friday, you know what I'm saying? So that's really a great thing that honestly, like, you know, you not only create events, you create memories. Like that's a beautiful thing. So if you watch the interviews, you know we do a lightning round where we get to know a little bit about you, a little bit. So I always keep it light. You know, I don't want to make you sweat too much. So the first question: what is your favorite type of event to plan for?
Ooh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because I think every occasion is so special.
It's like choosing your favorite kid.
It is. Can I do three? Can I put them in order?
Sure.
All right, because I just can't pick one. I'm sorry. I would say wedding would be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two would be baby showers.
Okay.
Three would be kids parties.
Ah. Okay. You like to bring out your inner child for those things.
Right. Yeah. So I would say, I mean, and you know, the list goes on, but if I had to top three, that would definitely be it. They really make me smile. Like wedding, that's a no-brainer.
Of course, yeah.
Baby showers, I feel like it's so beautiful. And then kids parties, kids are just so honest, and when they walk character somewhere, they're just so happy. Like it just makes me feel so good. So definitely those three if I had to choose.
All right, so what is your favorite colors to make a theme around?
I'm a gold girl.
Okay, yeah.
Any accent my accent color would definitely be gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how emerald green looks.
Oh.
I feel like it's a unisex color too.
Mm-hmm.
It works
like that. Yeah, I like emerald green. That's spicy. Yeah.
I
like that. Okay. So, what music artists do you be listening to when you're trying to come up with an idea?
Oh, that's a good one. It depends on. Can I say it depends on the event or the?
All right, so let's do it for a wedding since that was number one for you.
Oh, I'm an Anita Baker's. It's like I'm an so like we talking wedding. I literally have like a wedding playlist that I play.
Really?
Yeah, and my team hates it. Ask Sam. Sam, they're like, "Oh my God, you about to play old people music?" I sure am.
You out there divorced mom music? Yes, I am.
Anita Baker for sure for a wedding. Anything Anita Baker. I just love like or old school '90s art. You know that type of vibe. Yeah. For sure. No brainer. I have a whole playlist. Look at her. See, she's in the top. Anita, yes, auntie. That's my auntie for sure.
So we know in the history of mankind about the greatest events ever, like the Grammys, the Met Gala, like all these amazing events, right? So what would be your dream event to be a creative director for?
Oh, the Met Gala. I have a fashion background, so that was of growing up. Like I remember I was probably like this close to being a designer. This close.
Really?
Yeah. I was in 6th grade or 5th or 6th grade where I used to like get fabric paint. I used to buy fabric paint. There used to be like a arts and crafts store down the block from where I lived. And I used to use my allowance to buy fabric paint and literally like design jeans. And I did it for my sister because she was my test dummy for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And to this day. So I designed jeans and I put her name on it and did a whole bunch of other cute, cool stuff to it. She wore it to school and people wanted it. And I used to charge $10 per jean.
Nice.
I would like jean. Like my mom would have to, or Taj would have to help me bring the bags home. And I would them all in the weekend. And I'm like 11 doing this. And mind you, if I was taking home 10 pair of jeans a weekend, that's $100 for me. I bought everything on Scholastic.
Yeah, that's a lot of money at the book fair. Yeah,
I was up. Like I remember that. I tell that story all the time because this always been inside of me.
Yeah, the hustle has been inside of you. Yeah,
exactly. And as I got to college and got older, I kind of shifted from the physically hands-on part of fashion.
Yeah.
Business aspect and the planning and the putting stuff together. So yeah. I would definitely say the Met Gala for sure.
All right. So, on an idea of, you know, we understand that you're a boss lady galore. So, what are you doing when you're not working, though?
Making time for the people I love, because I'm big on work-life balance for sure.
Yeah.
I would be so tired, and I would probably do like 3 events back to back, and I know that I have to show up for my friends. I have to show up for my friends. It's not to say that I'm gonna wear myself thin. You know, they understand if I need to take breaks and things like that, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't show up for the people I love.
Yeah.
So whether it's just brunch or just coming to hang out with Muggsy at the studio for whatever reason, or just going on a road trip with my friend, or visiting my friend at work, or hey, we want to get some drinks or going to eat, I'm very, very big on that. Because it also, you know, so I can't just work. I
Oh
will
yeah, facts.
wreck.
You be getting lonely in there.
Literally, I literally would be a train wreck. It's funny because one of my staff earlier today, when I was breaking down from an event, they're like, "Yo, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you literally do this." Because we started an event
Yeah,
for
exactly.
the night before. They're like, "How you do this and still find time to go out or still even have the energy?" It's not that I have the energy, but it's just like it wouldn't be in me if I didn't.
If you didn't, yeah. It's
So,
like you be so tired after the thing you're doing that you love, so you go to the people that you love to sort of rejuvenate you. So it's not like I'm tired doing the things that I'm, exactly like.
exact my sentiments exactly. That's exactly how I feel for sure. Like it's a rejuvenating feeling. Like I said, just like even with the Bossy Brunch, I told you that I wanted women or everyone that attend. I want you to feel like you're being hugged the entire time you're there. Exactly how I feel when I'm around the people I love. So yeah.
So lastly, before we leave, what are 3 lessons that you've learned on your journey that you want to bestow upon us?
Whew. 3. 3 lessons, huh? Number 1, good help is hard to find.
Yeah.
When you find that, you treat people great and they treat you better. Number 2, always do something that you're passionate about, because everything has its tests and its trials, and it's only your passion that's going to keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't love what I do, I would have quit a long time ago. Throw in the towel. I am out of here. I'm gonna let y'all. Seriously, like if I really genuinely didn't love what I did, I'd have been out of here a long time ago. So definitely be passionate about what you do. And number 3, this might be a little on the personal side, but it still applies professionally. There's a quote that I live by, and I say this all the time to like my friends if they're venting or whatever the case might be. It's people make mistakes, and you have to realize that the mistakes they make are greater than the love that you have for them. And that's in anything. I done had vendors mess up stuff for me.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm ready to, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the easiest person to deal with, because I'm absolutely not, but I go hard for everyone. I literally hard for everyone. So that's a blessing and a curse. And I do understand that, people are human. And so
exactly.
And you just got to, decipher when it's time to just part ways with things, and when you can give a second chance or a third chance if necessary. So, yeah, those are, if I had to choose out of all, yeah,
those sound pretty good. Those sound really good.
Sure.
So, thank you, Tabby, so much for like everything that you joined us. Honestly, kicking off Women's History Month, Women's Future Month, couldn't have been kicked off at any better way. So, thank you so much for coming through. And of course. Like
we would have. So
hey, we kicking it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So
we're here. So yeah, it was very dope. Thank you for taking the time out, and thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you everybody for coming in the comments, and make sure you guys follow the DC Voice for this interview. You can watch past interviews, and you can watch future interviews as they drop.
Yes.
Sign out.